Serenity and Endymion, Usagi and Mamoru, Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon.
Why'd you say all their names?
Just in case. You never know who will complain in the comment section.
You forgot Neo Queen.
Thank you, Ellie.
So on a scale of 1 to Sokka, how's your relationship with the moon go?
And number 1 favorite anime of all time is... you know the answers. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1... Sailor Moon. This is by far the most famous magical girl.
Did I mention bitch?
You knew I was going to pick these bitches. Even their own creator hated them.
The Kiwa. Unbelievable.
Yep, she's stupid.
Uranus and Neptune. They have the gall to say they're on a mission and the others will only get in their way. It's just flat out bitchy. We have to make the ultimate sacrifice. You children wouldn't be able to handle it. We may have to kill innocent lives, but we're willing to do it to save the world. This is our mission. Oh, don't give us that isolated crap. They think the other scouts are too naive and that they're the only ones who can save the world. When it all ends, they respect the scouts and move on with their lives, but return in Season 5 only to act more obnoxious. You two need to get over yourselves and learn to get along. Sailor Moon has the Imperial Silver Crystal and she defeated Queen Beryl and Wise Man no thanks to you. You think a little apocalypse is gonna scare her? Now as for controversies, there were 3.
You don't have the moral high ground.
Crystal! I don't care if you're holding the one object that can save our planet, I'm just gonna take it so that we can be cool and stuff. God, she's arrogant.
Michelle and I know Elsa Gray very well. I used to compete against her before I found out I was Sailor Uranus, and Michelle was friends with her because they were in art classes together.
But that was when the visions of impending disaster started coming to both of us.
Huh?
And I was finally allowed to reveal my other identity to Amara. To tell her that I was Sailor Neptune, and that she was Uranus, a Sailor Scout.
Not again.
They say you're as fast as the wind, but I hate to lose.
I guess you could say that, Elsa. Although I don't think Amara appreciates where she comes from.
That's nonsense.
Maybe it is. But then why are you always running from it? Your destiny is set. Your past and future are forever intertwined, and nothing in the world will change that, whether you accept it or not.
In that moment, I knew Michelle had felt the same way I did. But obviously, she had stopped running and accepted her destiny. But the look in my cousin's eyes was so intense, so full of knowledge greater than I could imagine, that I was even more afraid. I knew if I stopped running now, there'd be no escape. You know, just because we're family doesn't mean we agree.
How about we talk over hot chocolate?
No, thanks.
Huh?
I've made up my mind for good.
All right.
Thanks for coming, by the way. I know you're busy training for the Grand Prix.
I thought it was important. I know that we have really grown apart, and I know it's mostly my fault.
I know you have a lot on your mind lately, and it must be hard to keep your head on straight when you're everyone's sports idol. You know, I mean, you're the high school superstar everybody's talking about.
Well, riddle me this, Batman. How can you paint such bleak pictures when you're always Miss Blue Skies? And why do you always paint water? It's like you're obsessed with it.
There's more to me than meets the eye. Just like you're more than a top athlete. I know why you always do things that involve speed, Amara, but you can't always run scared. We are who we are.
Don't say that. You don't know what feelings I have, what goes through my mind, and I've chosen to try and make a life for myself that includes happiness. You can be a slave to destiny, Michelle, but don't try to drag me down with you. I've had a glimpse of what's to come, and I don't like it.
Oh, you're not the only one, Amara.
Huh?
My dream has always been to play the violin and be able to paint to my heart's content, but that's all over. I've got a greater job to do, and part of that is to help change the future. That's what you're running away from, isn't it? But you can't, Amara. We need you. That's your fate, Amara. Once you touch that stick, your life as you know it will be changed forever and all time.
That's enough! There's a little kid in there! Why did you have to blast so hard? Don't you have any feeling?
Amara, you don't understand. With the forces we're dealing with, it's all or nothing.
But what about the innocent victims?
Trust me, this is the only way to handle them.
How can you be so cruel? No!
Where's the monster?
It's gone, and the little boy seems to be just fine.
They usually are. As long as we beat them in time. I'll never get used to it, though. It's hard, knowing how much depends on my success and planet power.
Then why didn't you want me to pick up the stick before? You need my help, Michelle. No one can keep fighting like this alone.
Because I don't want to be the one to end your journey, your race to escape your destiny. If you're going to accept this life, then it has to be your choice. Truth is, you do have a choice. You can leave that stick untouched, and it won't be offered to you again. You'll be free to do whatever you want. You can fulfill your dream to race cars, Amara, but it won't have to be because you're running away anymore.
I'm always running away, though. I've been really selfish.
You weren't being selfish. You were just following your heart. A heart that's pure and good inside. And I can't think of anyone I'd rather face all this with than with family. Deep down, even though it's really tough sometimes, I was so glad when I found out that you were Sailor Uranus, my long-lost partner. I know it's a big decision, so I just had to tell you everything.
No more running away now, or ever.
I think we better step in before she takes off with that crystal.
Right.
You incompetent moron! Look.
He reveals that his one wish from the Shikon Jewel was to make Kikyo's heart his. Not sure if too lazy to put in the effort for her, or accurately showed the right amount for someone like Kikyo. With how they both treat other people and how annoying they really are, they deserve each other so they can both die in a fire.
I'm sorry if you feel that way, Mr. Vulcan, but my heart belongs to my sweet little Natsu.
Yeah? Well, I see your mind's in...
ああ、マナ。
こんな大切なもの。
気にすんね。ヒネズミの衣は十分役に立ってる。
すまなかった、犬夜叉。そうとは知らず、何度も射抜いてしまった。
気にしちゃいねえよ。それよりお前が渡すって言って。
see you again.
Transport! What's the point? Since you guys think you're cooler than the others, you think you could just fly around the city all pimped up and such? Haha, you're running, we're flying, la 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 la. Yeah, well, the joke's on you since the chopper is attacked and it's blown up. Get going, bitches.
You really are that stupid, aren't you? You can't just...
It's coming straight for us, Sailor Scouts! Brace yourselves! I knew I should have brought an umbrella. Sparkling wide pressure! Crescent beam smash! Mars fire ignite! There are millions of them! And they just reshape themselves! It's like fighting Jello that's gone really bad! We need some serious power! Try again! Cover me while I try and reload.
Careful, you don't want to overtax your energy reserves.
I'll be fine, Doctor. I've completed my task.
Care to fill me in?
Mugen School is now the Omega Zone, shielded by dark energy, impenetrable. No one will be able to set foot in here without an invitation.
Excellent. What's with the hand?
It will bring the chalice to me.
Ignite! Mercury bubble blast! Ah! Venus! Ah! Moon spiral hard attack! Teleport while we're in the clear. Ready? Mm-hmm. Wait a second. What's that? Sailor Moon, look out! Let me go! No! Sailor Moon! No! There have to be 5 of us, and we still can't blast these slimy beasts. Got a bad feeling. I'm trying to figure out how to get in. Or hope that she gets out on her own. There's gotta be some way in there, though.
Looks like there's some kind of barrier around the building.
My guess is a negative energy force field.
You think that star-shaped opening is a trap?
There's only one way to find out.
Hang on then, we're going in.
Ah!
This can't be good.
They're going to take us down! Uranus!
Sailor Moon, Uranus, and Neptune are led to Mistress Nine as she tries to trick them into helping her through the daddy trick. Professor Tomo regains himself and wants Sailor Moon to use her chalice to rescue his little girl, Being that gullible and ignoring the sailor bitches, she hands over the chalice. Naturally.
I hate you. I really, really do. This...
Across town, Haruka and Michiru are on a date at the local aquarium. Wow, you bitches had time for us? They notice the shooting shards in the sky as it strikes people.
They're not gonna fall for that.
To talk about the one no one expected to be good. Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. Inuyasha technically falls under this category, as he tried to kill anyone in the way of the Shikon Jewel. Given the circumstances, however, I'm more inclined to talk about Sesshomaru, as he never really showed any sign of changing his ways. Sesshomaru is a deadly Inodai yokai, who only respected strong yokai such as himself, and saw those seeking the Shikon Jewel as pathetic and weak. He would often threaten his father to hand over the Tetsaiga to him, but was always denied since Sesshomaru had no one in his heart worth protecting with his very life. He was, however, offered the Tenseiga in order to teach him compassion towards others, but he felt it was a useless item that can't be used in battle. He hated humans, hated the fact that his father died protecting a weak human with his half-brother, and naturally hated his half-brother Inuyasha. He even went as far as to tell Inuyasha that he revived his dead mother, only to threaten to kill her unless he tells him where his father's grave is. FYI, the grave is in Inuyasha's eye. Feudal demon magic, who knew? But no matter what, Sesshomaru vowed to take the sword he wanted by any means necessary, while still wondering why his father chose Inuyasha to have it. But then, after he's found resting from injuries he suffered in his last battle, an orphaned girl named Rin found him and tried to nurse him back to health. He would of course try to scare her away, but she kept coming back to his surprise. Later on, he discovers her corpse as she was attacked by one of Koga's wolves, and was just going to ignore her, but felt compelled to test out his father's sword to see if it could work. She comes back to life and decides to travel with him throughout his journey. It's through his relationship with Rin that he decides to ease up and leave things the way they are. He still hates most humans and his brother, but he won't go out of his way to attack anyone now that he has someone worth protecting. He even visits Rin every once in a while at the end of Final Act while giving her some gifts. Aw, he's such a little sweetie. Oh, don't you get...
Unbelievable.
Okay, actually, maybe one of them did a sort of 90, but we love him anyways. As for Vegeta, where does one even begin? He was a prideful prince of all Saiyans. Still is. And took out many planets to show how powerful he really is. He travels to Earth to wish for immortality so he can avenge his people by taking out Frieza, but still manages to kill a lot of people in the process. Since defeated by Goku, he vowed to destroy him and all who cared for him out of his own prideful vengeance, while also having to worry about Frieza. With Goku mostly taking the glory for defeating Frieza in an epic battle, it seemed like Vegeta kept drawing what he sees as the short end of the stick. His people are gone. The one guy he hates keeps beating him and taking his vengeance kills, and now has nothing to look forward to besides maybe one day killing Goku to show that he is more powerful. But then, something happened. Something we never imagined could happen, did happen.
Arrogant dick!
Spoiled sow!
You!
You! You!
My room, 10 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much that. Basically, he randomly forms a relationship with Bulma, who is honestly the only human who can handle his crap, and gets her pregnant. Still, it does take him some time to adjust to the family life, as his only goal was to be stronger than Goku. That is until the Buu Saga, as he is sadly possessed by Babidi with his blind ambition to defeat Goku while ignoring a possible apocalypse. He ultimately uses up all of his power trying to take out Buu, while only thinking about Bulma and his son Trunks. Now he is a happily married man with 2 beautiful children, even if he's too proud to admit it, but he'll still do whatever he can and even fork over his pride in order to protect his new home. So while this series is known for villains turning good like Tien,
You are a f***ing liar, you're a hypocrite, you are no different than the SJWs you criticize.
Non-Highness?
No! How about you?
Don't think so. We're the better team after all. Give up?
Sailor Moon!
Give up, goof off. You're outmatched and outnumbered. Ugh.
I am your princess. I am ruler of the Moon Kingdom.
What's happening? Neptune!
I can't hold her!
You win! Princess!
Uranus, Neptune, are you guys all right?
Yes, Your Highness.
We pledge our allegiance to you. You have proven your worth beyond doubt in the end.
Please accept our pledge of honor, future Queen Serenity.
Yes, but the end?
We could not leave this place without knowing who our leader truly was.
Now we have discovered the true sovereign and saved our future. If you'll allow us, we would like to continue our journey.
The true sovereign? Who was it finally?
Someone very down to earth.
Who sees goodness where others do not and lights the way for them to follow.
Goodbye, Your Highness.
Uranus! Neptune!
So long, Sailor Scouts. Keep up the good work. We hope to see you in the future.
I'm glad we lost for once, aren't you?
See, Uranus and Neptune? You can get along with others and work together. Hell no, we're not working with them. We'll consider them our enemy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This upsets the other two scouts, Healer and Maker, so they decide to work alone. Thanks a lot, bitches.
Oh my god.
Tus caderas ocupan mucho espacio. ¿Por qué no te pones a dieta? Tú eres la que deberías hacer algo con tus michelines. ¡Ay! Selena, di algo, por favor. Suéltala. ¡Que la sueltes! ¿Es que no oyes lo que te digo? Si ahora está herida, es por culpa tuya. Luchad, proteged vuestro planeta. Es vuestra obligación, pero no volváis a involucrarnos a nosotras. Murisupino, tú eres la causante de todas nuestras desgracias. ¿Cómo podéis ser tan crueles? Nos cruzáis en nuestro camino. Hasta nunca. Hasta nunca. Ya no volveremos a vernos nunca más. Televisión Galaxia. ¿Qué? ¡Esperad! ¿Qué pensáis hacer? Luchadora. Imagino que no iréis en busca del enemigo. No debéis ir, perderíais la vida. Dejadnos en paz. Solo seguíamos viviendo para proteger a nuestra princesa. Teníamos la esperanza de reconstruir nuestro planeta, pero esa esperanza ha desaparecido y ya no tenemos ninguna razón para continuar viviendo. Además, Guerrero Galaxia tiene que pagar por lo que hizo a nuestra princesa. Escucha, la princesa no quería que sucediera esto. ¡Cállate! No podéis entender cómo nos sentimos ahora. Haced todo lo posible para proteger a vuestra princesa. Luchadora. Lo siento, pero no tenemos otra opción. Debemos vengar la muerte de nuestra princesa.
This avowal, to this day, it's nowhere to be seen. She's allowed.
Yeah, it's really sad that your mom died and your dad doesn't love you but uses you to fight a giant robot, but that doesn't mean you have to act like a pretentious emo throughout the whole anime!
And with that, I'm ready to start the morning! Drinking beer instead of coffee? Since ancient times, Japanese people have marked their mornings with white rice, miso soup, and sake. That is how it's always been. Maybe for you that's the case. Hey, back off. By the way, one more question. Do you know whose turn it was to make breakfast today?
At first it surprised me that you weren't married at your age, but now I understand why that's the case.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I too crass?
The sloppiness doesn't help.
Oh, that's enough out of you.
Thank you for breakfast.
That description of Shinji from you working out for you now, because it clearly blew up in your face with that clip that I showed you. Believe me, I have a lot more evidence to prove that. Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I too crass?
The sloppiness doesn't help.
Shinji is a spineless, emo twit.
Shut the fuck